All right, Todd Bennett in the left lane, Chevrolet Corvette. Be there on the left side and the right side of the racetrack. And this no-time shootout is going to be Jose Morales out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. 2013 Ford Mustang. Oh, both of them spinning the tire. Jose Morales ain't going to go anywhere. He'll see the taillights of that Chevrolet Corvette getting the win. Extreme. All right, Adam Preston, who knows all about no-time racing and no prep racing, all types of racing. The Chevrolet Corvette will be in the left lane out of Caneyville, Kentucky. His family, are they here? Dad, brothers, anyone down there this weekend? Good racing family, though. In the right side, Rocky Smith. There they go, Ford and oh, look at that Ford smoke the tires. Rocky Smith just could not make it hook to the track. Chevrolet Corvette of Adam Preston moves on to round number 2. And for the ones out there, hey, Ryan Wurst, what's up, dude? Boy, does she make you look good, dude. It's all right. That little California gel hair going on. How did the car go this weekend? You're happy? Well, Bill Maverick Worst. You can paint all the Walt Disney characters on it. Same color almost. So they'll also bring in the no-time Chevrolet coming up here out of the water box area. Philip Reichert will be in the left side of the racetrack, and Jason Sammons will be in the right lane. Out of Michigan. Division, Michigan, I believe, or Davison, Michigan, I believe. I can't remember. They might have the right spelling somewhere else for that. But that 2000 Pontiac Trans Am will pull up in the right lane and prepare to battle. Out of Festus, Missouri, Reichert will be in the 67 model year Camaro with the vinyl top. Gorgeous car, man. So Shakedown at M-Town. We're in no time right now, no time racing. Ellen Johnson, Performance Engineering, we thank them. We thank all the fine people that make this race possible, and there are a lot of them, believe me. I go on the cover that way. No, I'm just kidding. And a flower car, Cadillac. Here we go. Ready, no time. Chevrolet Camaro, left lane. Oh, man. Right lane in the first outing gets struck down. Down there in the top end, it's going to be Sammons. Jason getting the win there out of Michigan. Makes a charge, and there's problems there for Reichert. They'll have to assess him, and hopefully it'll get started up. He started the tires or spun the tire so hard, maybe it stalled it out. There you go. Well, that 1967, I don't think you need a key to start that one. I think you can just turn the ignition switch in that year Chevrolet. I got to tell you what, I'm like almost got my Adam apple all dialed in there and dried out. It is such a treat to see this man and his crew, and I mean it when I say his crew, because the guys, I'm not sure about the guy on the left. I've met you before, but the guy on the right, the chef, has worked on your teams for so many years. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud, and I mean that. I just bring tears to my eyes because I love the guy so much for everything you did for me throughout my career. But the man who started what we're watching here today, the Shakedown in M-Town, used to be the Shakedown in E-Town. What was it, 12 years you did it there? 12 years. I did everyone but one, I think. And then you said you didn't miss anything because the weather was bad, so I lucked out. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Hance. Let me get that mic over there so you can have something all to yourself there. How are you, David Hance?
I'm fine, Al. Thanks so much. I can't tell you how happy I am when we heard about this event coming to Michigan. We were just ecstatic. I'll take a break. I know we got a car.
That's all right. Don't take no break. Yeah, these are no time guys. They understand.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's just a rerun. Anyway, but Dave Hance, it's just such a treat. And I mean, I talked Thursday. I said, man, if you would have seen the guy that started this, and I said, there was one thing he learned over the way. It was don't race at your own event. Remember that weekend?
Yeah.
He's like spinning donuts looking at thousands of people in the stands going, well, this ain't going to be good. I got to go back and get this under control. But I would tell you what, David, man, it is just, you should be proud that the legacy is living. And for Peterson, the Peterson family here at 131, it doesn't matter where this race takes place. It's happening. Well, you can tell that Dave went to the Bob Fry announcing school. He didn't announce over a burnout. Dave?
I got to tell you, Al, you're 100% right. One, I can't thank the Peterson family enough for getting involved with this, the staff at 131, but a special shout out for members of the drag racing community who came together for this. You got Wes Buck, Eric Dillard, Duck, Donald. I mean,
Scott Tidwell. I mean, there's so many big names. No, don't be sorry for anything.
Came together. These guys are my hero. They took the torch, and they're just taking it to a next level. And when we work together, the sky's the limit, baby.
But you always said that. And I'll go back to the 12 years you did that race. You always said that. Yeah. I'll do what I can do, and if anyone can do it better. And then that thing moved on. I think it's been in Ohio, Virginia, and now I think by the look of that 24-year-old kid down there with the tractor and the glue can, I think it's found a home, man.
Oh, I think you're right, Al. I mean, what's happened today alone in qualifying is phenomenal. And it's not easy running an event that has Pro Mod and Radial, but this track
there you go. Take it from a guy who's run them both. And it's, how did you like the banner? Did you say, I've called dibs on my friend over there. I need that banner autographed is what I need.
I got to tell you, when we rolled up to the gate, my crew will tell you, my mouth just dropped when I saw my car and my name at the gate.
Let's give Jeff Whiteman his win there out of Centerville, Ohio, the no-time racer. Or that was a rerun, right there, T? That was a rerun. So did he win in the left? Yep, same winner. So Jeff Whiteman gets the win down there. Let's go back to Dave Hance. Dave.
I saw my car and my picture and my the name at the gate and everywhere around the facility, and I was just what can I say? I was just truly humble.
What can't you say? You're so humble. And here's what I will never forget when I went to Ohio. And I told this story yesterday. You're going to remember it because it's going to put bells into your brain. You did a wheel stand from the hit of the throttle in that 57 Chevy to the eighth of a mile. I sat there and watched it, and I just went, I can't believe what I just seen. And then I walked down in the pits when there was some downtime, and Steve Petty came up to you and said, I will remember it because I was standing right there, what are you running for a converter? Oh, I got an extra one if you want to try it. And I think, and I'm not kidding you, dude, I think from that day on, things just started getting really crazy fast.
Yeah, no, it was insane. And Steve's my hero. He's helped me do so many things in life and racing, and looking forward to working with him again one day. and there's so many more chapters to be written.
That is the important thing I would tell you, man. As much as I love you, I look forward to that day too, and I hope I have this shiny little thing that day when that happens. Because
if they want the best person to have it, then it should be in your hands, Al.
I really, and I say it again, I really respect everything you ever did for me, and I mean that. And I told his father-in-law, Steve Earwood, he was up here.
Yes.
There's another man that was always so nice to me, and just things worked out. But I'm glad that you're just here. I know it was a 14-hour car ride, right?
Actually, it was 15 and a half in the rain, but we got here and we're happy about it. You know what I mean? Just being here and seeing friends that, you know, we came up with just is worth the price of admission.
So to the fans that are wondering where the white Camaro or the 57, I don't know if he even has a car at this point, but I would tell you what, he's got a fleet of boom trucks. And if you ever go to New York Boom Trucks and you want to be interested in what this man does, because they put plants up on skyscrapers, they put dirt up on skyscrapers, they put big vaults in the ground. I mean, the things you do is incredible to me. And another thing I told you years ago, I'm proud of you for that. There's a guy that's stuck with it. What is it, like 10 years now? 11 years that you've been?
November will be 10 years.
10 years. Yeah. And that's about the time when they say, have you made it in a business?
Yeah, I think we're there. We're knocking on wood and we're there. You know what I mean? So, and now that we're there means we can get back here.
And do some fun. Your kids are in college.
My youngest is in her first year of college, so we're almost done there. And first
unreal.
grandchild came along, and we're so happy.
That's great. The daughter in the service with the grandbaby. That's so nice.
Yeah,
I mean that. I follow your stuff, and when you're not busy, he always gives me a call every now and then. But Dave Hance is just a treat, and I hope you're standing somewhere good when the pro mods come up, so we can dedicate this to you.
No, we'll definitely try. We'll definitely be there. And everybody, let's drag racing. Happy birthday, Al.
Thank you so much. I love you so much. I couldn't even tell you. Thank you very much. Jason, I asked for a burger earlier for like a birthday lunch, but it's all right. I understand. I would in a minute. I bought your kid a $50 elephant ear. You got our money for you. Yeah, that's unreal. But anyway, thank you to Dave. Dave, Mikasa, Sukasa, don't leave anywhere. I want to get my picture with you. A still shot. We go that far back. Man, I'll tell you, you know what's great? Steve Earwood, how are you, my friend? Come here a second. I know I love talking to this man. This man who operated, I think, since the 70s, right? You had Rockingham Dragway?
Actually, I bought the Dragway in 92, but I've been in the business since the mid-1850s.
1850s.
Yeah.
And you were with NHRA, Winston,
and press and publicity, and remember working this market for the U.S. Nationals years ago. Well, here, now it's time for you to go to work.
I understand that, but you know you're a very important person in my life.
Well, I appreciate it, Al. You're the best. I've heard them all. You are the best.
Thank you so much. As we get ready to go, Steve Earwood, a guy that is a walking and living legacy. And right now, I got something I want to tell you about. Old Black Betty's coming up here. Paulo Juiced, ladies and gentlemen, after the burnout. And dedicate this run in the right lane. This is Radial versus the World. So with that, they're going to get ready to go. Apollo Juice, the Black Betty car, ladies and gentlemen, as Ev Bernardo rolls up here in the left lane. There's a man packed into parachutes that lost his life. I want to tell you what, Tom Troxell passed away a year ago. He's a father to Rocky and Adam, his sons down there, his wife, Mauro. And Tom's dream in his racing career here at 131 was to go 200 miles per hour. So Tom's ashes are in the parachutes right now in the right lane. Honest to God. So that 200 mile per hour ride may happen right now for Tom Troxell, who is in the parachutes of the car in the right lane. I mean, it's a tough deal, but you know what? It's a great deal for some. The family's here, Rocky and Adam, Mauro, his wife. Here we go. Watch that car in the right lane when the chutes come out. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you what, those are moments in drag racing you never want to forget. The people that love this sport so much. And Tom Troxell, I dedicate that to you. What a run. He didn't just go 200. Tom Troxell went 208.72 at a 3.58 elapsed time. To his son, Rocky, who came up and wrote this list for me, I want to thank you so much. I want to tell your family, God bless you all. And, man, there you are, Rocky. I see you down there. You got your family with you. I'm telling you what, bless you, dude. It happened. He went 208 miles per hour. And you know what? You're standing there, but I seen it here from the second floor. He had his thumbs up, baby. Got to rock and roll. Awesome deal. How you doing, Luke?
I'm doing well, man. You know, I had some of the wonderful chicken tenders down there, and as soon as I heard the Radial versus the World cars fire up, I'm like, all right, let's get back into it, man. How awesome was that? And a great moment for the entire crew there as well, and, I mean, to family, and it's always special when you can do something like that.
It is. I mean, it means a lot to the family, and thank you to Apollo Juice for doing that and representing that man, Tom Troxell, on this day.
I've always said that I want a tree planted at the end of one of the drag strips that I work at, and just put my ashes on a tree.
There's a whole field of them out there.
Right?
Just go carve your name into one. That brings up more action right here, and this could be the new world record in Radial versus the World, ladies and gentlemen. Ken Cortuccio and the Steve Petty tuned Chevrolet Camaro, owned by Scott Tidwell, and all the fine people, Destin Nesloni and Ken Cortuccio, owners of this car.
Don't forget the Ken Q, the number 2 qualifier, out in round 1 of Pro Mod as well. So he's driving with anger right now, I would think.
All right, so with that, Ken Cortuccio will bring it to the heat right here in the right side. The shakedown at M-Town, ladies and gentlemen. Will Samuel Peterson get his world record, or will he just better a track record of 3:49? 9, I believe, was the number this week.
I'll say this before somebody corrects me. Ken Q is still in. I was thinking of Stoicki, who was out, the number 1 qualifier.
I had to go 49.7, my friend. Petty's up there. They know it's my birthday. Come on. Down to the top end, net charge. How about it? 55, 208 miles per hour. Doesn't get a new track record, doesn't break the track record or the world record, but man, it's enough for that single pass to bring him back for round number 2 of Radial vs. the World. Luke?
I'll tell you what, as it cools off tonight, the air is going to be fantastic. He's going to get better opportunities to break that world record and track record tonight. I'll be straight up with you.
Well, if we get some of that cool Michigan air in here, believe me, look out.
You saw what happened this morning with the 350s in Pro Mod, and really shook the world. And Radial versus the World is going to shake the world too, man. I can't wait.
I still think the whole buildup of that first round of qualifying and what you guys filmed is what happened here. Broken drive shaft. There was just so much carnage going on. So you don't have a lot of time to get it ready. They get it ready and they come out. Some guys didn't make the call. Some guys broke on the run. But man, that's a sport. You're going that fast. There's only so many pieces that stay together.
Absolutely. When you fix one thing, you got one thing to check. When you fix the whole car, that's a whole list of things to double check.
Well, I seen this man go out of your Pro Mod series in the first round in the left lane, so he's got another shot here. I said he'd go 2 in yours. He went 1 round. What did I say he'd go here in Radial vs. the World?
You said 2.
2 rounds right here. So Lyle Barnett will be here, Arcadia, Florida, in the left lane. That is a beautiful car owned by Bob Kohler, who just purchased that car from Justin Wren. What a car, man. Built by David Reese. Reese Race Cars. Right there, you get a view of the guy that helped sponsor the event. That's one of his cars right there. How about on the right side? Now, let me tell you where that car came from real fast. Stevie Fast had a car laying around. Everybody's looking. Remember how big Pro Mod went the last year? Everyone's looking for a car. Ned, who has one of the world's fastest Vipers on the street, raced in this category with that Viper and did pretty damn well. Now he bought this car, put a Pro-Line motor in it, and here's Ned Dunphy out of Roswell, Georgia.
Love, love, love that from Ned Dunphy. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm learning my Radial guys that he has the disco ball lights on the bottom.
Yeah, that's Mr. Light himself, the light show at night. We won't see that unless he goes a couple laps here.
No.
Let's see how Lyle Barnett does. I gave him 2. Well, he's got Dunphy right here in this round. This is going to be tough. That's a 55 car every day in the right lane. Lyle Barnett and company. 58. Dunphy, 55. So 0.003 of a second on paper. Look at the hole shots. Oh, no! Lyle Barnett puts the cherry on the tree. A red light start here in Radial versus the World, and he puts a 3:56 back in the trailer. 3:55.5. What a drag race, man. Look at the reaction time. 0.21 over there for Dunphy. And he went down there at 60 foot. Lyle had him covered. Well, of course, because he went red, but in the numbers, the incremental numbers, he had him covered a bit. Ned came around the split and just got that 1,000th of a second.
I'll call you Alstradamus. You said Ned Dunphy, that's a 55 car all the time, every day of the week, 3:55 and an additional 5.
Hey, you know what's unique about what you just said?
What?
He's new to, that's like his second race in this car. But he's had a fast car. I wish you could see his Viper because we were talking about Vipers.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you can pull it up. It was in drag week, a blue Viper. This thing is so darn fast. And when he come up, it's a treat to say, oh, this is a street-driven car, by the way.
And so I'll bring us into Jimmy Taylor out of Clinton, Tennessee, the 67 Firebird. That Firebird going to meet Chris Daniel, #1 reigning champion out of Carterville, Georgia, the 2018 Chevy. Doing a burnout right about, we'll call it now. Oh, there it goes.
You know, that head bob right there from Luke would tell me that the Radial versus the World, Chris Daniels, and a world champion, he was called to the lanes a couple of times. I don't know if they had a problem. Then I hear that burnout, and it stumbled a little bit, didn't it? Did you hear that noise of a stumble coming out of the car?
I did, and I that's why I even went. You might have heard me go, oh.
I did. You went, oh, that didn't sound right.
Yeah, I was like,
then
that
he got the thing to clear out. They'll pull it back down there.
I thought for a second I was going to hear a car die from the reigning champion, but we'll take a look. And, look, if you could do the burnout, get back up, get to the line, you never know what can happen.
Well, TC and Stroud and the guys doing their tuning down there for that car.
That's
Brandon Stroud, I apologize, from Proline Racing. TC in front. CT. I was thinking I didn't want to give Jason any more Pro Mod licks, with this CT car. Anyway, so CT, his father down there, two-man wrecking crew. Can they do it for Daniels, the champion, right here? What do you think about Taylor?
I like Taylor, the 67 Firebird to come up. He's got to go through the champion. Gets beat at the light with the bullet. Look at that, a 357 from Chris Daniel. And look at that, he just treated him, took the roots out and everything.
Treat him, ripped the roots out.
006.
006 in a Radial versus the World car is incredible. Man, and then a Pro Mod that's incredible.
You name any car on God's green earth at 006 is incredible, man. You'll take that.
No, that's true,
any day.
but I'm going by the acceleration of these cars. When they get in, you'll tell me, right? You go 006, you just guessed and said, I'm out of here. You just dropped the button and said, I'm getting out of Dodge, man. So Jimmy Taylor, who was a little bit late on the reaction time, Chris Daniel, the world champ, I'll take it any way you can get it, man. I love that car. 357.9 to a 362. Daniels moves on to round number 2 of Radial versus the World.
And look at the 60 as well, a 91 for Chris Daniel. Jimmy Taylor a 96. 500 separate the two at that first timing block right behind the Christmas tree as we get our track prepared for our next class here. It looks like we're going to go into top dragster.
Well, Luke, the next 4 in round number 2, you got them on the list. I'm not going to say who they're paired up against, but we know the names, don't we?
We do indeed. King Cortuccio. Ned Dunphy, who, of course, 355 and a 5 in his last run on the right side. Chris Daniel, who just won with a 357. And Paolo Giust, who, of course, racing for a bigger purpose in that first round right there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Doing that big deal for Rocky's father. And I'll tell you what, Tom, God bless you, man. Awesome deal. So Tom's dream came true, even though his ashes were in the parachutes, man. That's a pretty cool deal.
That's super cool.
I thank the track for letting that happen, too, because there's some places they won't do that.
No, some places don't, but this track here, the staff here, second to none here at US 131, man.
We've decided that we're going to put you in a tennis ball cannon. On a windy day, blow into the bleacher.
Fire me in the
bleachers. There you go, kid.
There you go. Get one of those trebuchets.
That was the last name of that French girls racing team.
Yeah. All righty, so we're getting our track prepared for our top dragsters. Our Race Star Wheels top dragster, presented by Icon Forge Pistons. We'll take a look. Like to give a shout out.
Got a huge shout out. The Midwest Drag Racing Series getting ready to come up here in a moment. Top dragster, top sportsman. And what else you got in the likings? When does Pro Mod come out again? Do you remember?
I think Pro Mod comes out in a little bit. They're a little detached from Top Sports and the Top Dragster on run order just for this specific event. But I know we're running top and top, as we like to call it. But before we shift over into Midwest mode, we'll do want to give a shout out to Reese Brothers Racing as well. And here we go. Here we go in the altered on the right side. That's Tim Kish, about half an hour south in Kalamazoo. He's dialed in to a 450 or a 454. Lucas Salemi a 428.
Tough dude. His father over there, Jim, watching his son in the car do his deal. That Bantam Roadster. What year was that? Did we get a year in that? 34?
I don't have a.
That is a cool car. The only reason I want to point it out, you got all these yard darts, I call them, these long and skinnies, and you got this short guy who shows up and says, "Watch this."
Yeah, check this out. This counts as a dragster, right?
Hold my beer. Awesome deal. Come on, Salemi. Let's see what you got for the Bantam Roadster in the left lane. Luke, bring him down track.
All right, you're going to see the first lead for Tim Kish playing catch-up. Lucas Salemi is going to drive around him. He will. 4-3-0. Oh, Tim Kish breaks out by 002. 4:53 and a 7 against a 4:54. He's going to be chewing on that one for a while.
24 1/1000th of a second too fast there for Kish. That'll bring up our next two, Long and Skinnies, getting ready to go. Top tracks here, brought to you by the Midwest Drag Racing Series, presented by Summit Racing Equipment. When you're looking for the right parts and pieces, Summit has you covered. Here we go as they back up those two. Look at turbos.
Oh,
that's kind of unique, isn't it?
Twin turbo Katie Laughter. We saw her for the first time at the SmackDown in the summer last year. Now, these are newer turbos. When she first showed up, those two were smoking like your grandma did in the 1980s. But she has threw a new converter on it. She was saying she's trying to get the LS record for that bad boy, too.
That's all right. My grandmother chewed Redmond.
Brooke Paquette on the right-hand side out of Howell, Michigan. Here we go.
That's a blow-through deal in the right side. You can see it going over the carburetor. Oh, problems right there for him. He had that thing shut off instantly. Man, I guarantee you he's got strap marks on his chest. Almost took him out the windshield area. Hurt.
The big get up and then the stop as well, man. That'll kick you a little.
Brooke has to feel that. That happens so fast.
Some bruises over your shoulders. Let's talk Katie Laughter real quick. You know, she saw the wind lights, so she very well may have slowed down. But she got a 419, and she dialed in a 419, got a 431. So Katie crosses about a tenth and change off of her dial-in. But like I said, you know, when you see your opponent plant the car down, you slow down. The last thing you want to do, especially because Brooke got a green light, last thing you want to do is blow through the back end of it.
What do those cars weigh, Jason? Those like 2,100 pounds or something? 1,700? I'm just curious because there's like 18 guys with the strength of 10 young chimps trying to push that thing.
And well, look who else is pushing it. It's Brooke out there pushing her own car back. No, that is her dad. My bad. I saw the helmet, and it looked like it was right on top of this body. Hey, let's talk about Jordan Epper, Jesse. Speaking of drivers and dads and talented young ladies in this field, it is Jordan Epper, Jesse. She's got the number 1 on her Bond to Coat dragster because she is your reigning champion. And so, let's see, that is McNeil firing it up. Epper Jesse gets it fired up, and here we go. Jacob McNeil out of Gilmer, Texas on the right side. He, of course, a pro mod driver, pulling double duty this week.
All right, so I will tell you a little bit about Bond Coat and Chad Green, the NHRA funny car driver, along with his son, doing drag racing in the alcohol funny car ranks. And they got a sponsor here, the young lady at number 1. Good to see that on there, the Bond Coat sponsorship and what they do in the Middle East. Chad designed and developed a material that coats the pipes that go in for the oil wells.
No kidding.
Because when they put those in, usually they start to rust and you can't reuse them. With his coat on them, you can pull them out, clean them, and reuse them.
How about that?
And he's built a factory there. He's got one in Texas, so he's doing very well.
Doing well enough. He's driving funny cars too as a fun hobby, right?
Right now, today, over on the East Coast in Connecticut, Epping. He's over there doing his deal. Let's see how they do right now. Here's Epper Jesse. Green lights are flying. Young lady 020 on a tree. 021 for McNeil. It's a drag race. It's all about numbers. 426. She goes 426, 8. Runs right on with an 8. And 449. 900ths off, 900ths off the run. So 86 1/1000th of a second.
And she is 6 in the points coming into this one, but you're reigning champion, so she's going to try and chase down those points, and a round win goes a long way when you've only run 2 races thus far. Here's Chuck Sturdivant on the right-hand side, racing out of the door. He's one of our local racers here at US 131 Motorsports Park. Going up against Rick Morley out of Allendale on the left-hand side. Now, you remember what Morley did yesterday.
I didn't remember. You can tell me a second, but isn't a whole lot of everything going on in that engine compartment?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's almost everything's hidden. The black color over there, it's like, what do you find? Hey, where's the rotor? You got to look for it. Do it by hand.
It's one of those I Spy looks going on right now.
Tell me what he did yesterday.
Well, yesterday he lost the back end on it, and gear oil came out of the track, and that was him. So it looks like he's got it fixed right back up overnight. I was thinking personally that he might have been out for the weekend. Oh boy, here he goes up across the line. 4:08 and a 7 runs 007 off the dial. How about that?
Good run, man. 016 on a trio, 62 in the right lane. Out of the burnout, the next 2, well, one for sure. It's Keith Youngblood coming up in the left lane. His 4.01 performance prediction will be on the boards right there.
Now, Youngblood came into this one. He's your number 1 qualifier, so he gets the right to a bye round. However, Youngblood also is looking at some points himself. He is the one who won our race in Tulsa. He's, of course, driving the Pennington dragster. Talk about the great names of drag racing. Pennington family, and so Youngblood out of Ada enjoying a first-round bye.
Love that famous last name that he carries with him. You know where that comes from, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Kenny Youngblood, the famous drag racing artist. He does such beautiful murals of things. And
that the same Youngbloods?
I don't know if they're related, but
okay.
I like his famous last name that he's carrying.
There you go, yeah. Yep. And I'll tell you what, man, that's a cool last name. Talk about famous last names. How about the Pennington on the side there, too?
Yeah, you're right. Well, let's get and see. He's going to go. If all he does take a green, don't matter about the numbers, but he says, I'm going to run a 401. High gear. Does he do it? Oh, he goes quicker. 399.7, 181 miles per hour. That's all right. He'll advance as having a single pass down that track. Awesome deal right there in Top Dragster. Sounds like we got Top Sportsman starting up, do we?
We should indeed. And look who's coming around. It's going to be Mark Griffin coming right on around by our drag tower. I'd like to thank Compressed Air Supercharging. They are the sponsor of the Top Dragster class here in the Summit Racing Equipment Midwest Drag Racing Series. And, by the way, owned by the one and only Mark Griffin. All right. So Speedy Day on the right-hand lane. Yeah, man, you want to talk about great names. How about Speedy Day, right? That's a good name. The 69 Camaro dialed into a 529. Mark Griffin in the compressed air supercharged Camaro out around Texas, 436. So look for almost a full second of head start from Speedy. As it creeps forward, and we will get a red light, double red. Mark Griffin left before the third amber, but it's first or worst, so Mark Griffin gets the win. And Al, I got to tell you, that was a brain fart right there.
Did you see that, man? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get on.
Ahead.
That's what I live for. That guy was on the chip, man, going to the burnout. How about that? And he even lives up to the name, right?
Well, yeah, so Speedy Day goes out, but, I mean.
What's the 529 ET?
All right, so here we go at Bruce Barth coming up in the right lane. What a beautiful smoky burnout. He just laid down there at Pinckney, Michigan. Thank you, Bruce. Made my birthday for that. Ken Langlois coming up out of Milan, Michigan. 92 Cutlass will be in the left lane. Lane Transmission, Mullins Auto Supply, Bob's Profab, and Napa getting him here. Nice looking car, man. That's the Oldsmobile. I know one guy named Wes Beck that loves these cars, these Oldsmobiles. 92 Cutlass. Back in the day when I loved Pro Stock, man. I still do, but I loved it back when they were like this. Here we go. First four pairs of LDR. First four pairs of LDR to the lanes. First four pair of LDR to the lanes, please.
All right, so you want to talk about young talent. The juniors everywhere perked their ears and looked up as Tyler Wells, the fastest high schooler in Oklahoma, comes up to the line when he won the last race in Tulsa. Tyler Wells driving his father Aaron's old Pro Mod, a Pro Mod. He is in the left in Aaron's old Pro Mod, a Pro Mod that Aaron built, by the way, alongside Aaron's dad. This is a 3-generation car for the Wells family. He's down into a 433. He set the world on fire in the last race. Let's see if he has it in him again, going up against Terry Ausmus at Belleville.
Man, that's a cool car, dude.
Isn't it?
That is a cool ride right there. That 69, I believe, Chevrolet Camaro. Mm-hmm. Got the RS SS.
It's Tyler Wells. Watch his car control, man. He is a good driver. As his dad says, 12 years of experience. Here we go. I'm not going to say anything. Look at the tree. He gets the win light. Gets a 440 on the 8th. It gets a dial of 433. He was a little slow on that. But 006 on the tree, man.
Kid's good.
He's good.
Apple didn't fall far from the tree.
No. Just don't ask. We did a podcast with Aaron the other day, and he had a video, and he's had all these trophies behind him, and I asked him, well, how many of those are yours and how many of those are Tyler's? And he goes, well, I like to, let's not answer non-important questions. Let's talk about good things.
That's a good one. Well, Dad, well, those two are mine.
Yeah, right?
Here we go, man. How about Kimbrell coming up? Jason out of Sibley, Missouri, the 98 Saturn. Wonder if it's a real true Saturn. Can we throw a shopping cart into the door and see if it bounces back out?
I was going to ask Al, how many Saturns do you see on the dragster?
Only one that I can remember. Vinny DeMary had it. Pro Street back in the day. Got it from Rocky. I believe Rocky was teaching him how to drive it. But, man, it was a cool little car. It was blue.
Oh, yeah?
And then it went all the way to Illinois. I know you're listening, the mayor of Union or wherever you are. I'll get your name in a minute. He bought the car, but this is the second one I've ever seen. And for all I know, it could be the car. Look at that, 005, 486. He says the performance prediction, 489. He's off by 3, 39 on a 38, one off the number, 005. Man, those are packages you could wear a Speedo on the beach in, man. That's unreal.
No shame in those packages. 439 to a 438, 005 on the tree. And here, oh, how about this matchup, Tucci? You have your three-time, three-peat and reigning champion, Rod Moore, up against his engine builder. Where? Oh, Woody broke. He's not here.
Willie or Woody?
Oh. He did. Oh, my gosh. What a shame. I was looking forward to the Moore Woody Racing double trouble here. That being said, Moore Woody Racing goes, okay, we guarantee another round win for Rod. Chalk it up because Moore needs that after red lighting in the first round of both other races.
Hey, listen up, Mike Stawicki. Come to the second floor of the tower to collect your #1 qualifying Pro Mod money, please. Mike Stawicki to the second floor of the timing tower, race control. Collect your check. Thank you. Here we go. Go ahead, Luke.
A little bit of tire shake there off the line from Rod Moore. The three-peat champion is going to run dead on with the 6. How about that? 03 on the tree, 434 with the 6, 006 off the dial. And I don't care if there was somebody up against him. That's a tough package to beat there from the Whiskey Barrel. And
I love this. I love this car. Go ahead.
I was going to say, oh boy, Al is going to pick his jaw up off the floor and take a look at that Charlie Wittenberg.
Yeah, that is cool. 55 Bel Air right there. Going to be backed up into the hot rubber. He laid down on the burnout after that good-looking burnout. How about Gerald Jones? Oh. That car's cool looking. I mean, it reminds me so much of Mr. 5-Speed's car, Edmund Hall's.
I'm gonna point out something here that I can see now that I'm not sure if I've noticed. He has almost a reddish pink streak in the middle that fades into the black line. So it's not just orange. It's got this highlight kind of behind our staff member there. And the color choice on it is just fantastic.
Holy crap, I thought I was sitting next to the late Brian Olson for a minute. And they got those candy colors and how they blend in and they do the scallop that way. Yeah, it's awesome. It's cool to do a burn-up. Just don't be one. Back to you.
I was thinking Bob Ross. We have a happy little line here. And 4/4 of the way staged up. Oh, a red light for Gerald Jones. 03 on the tree. 430. So Charlie Wittenberg gets away with one there. He breaks out. But Gerald Jones is the man who did it first. Eric Grace on the right side.
Chad Henderson to the lanes.
438.
Chad Henderson to the lanes. Jamie Hancock to the lanes. Chad Henderson, Jamie Hancock to the lanes, please. Back to you, Luke. I apologize.
No, that is all me. I heard somebody get in your ear go, I need Chad Henderson, and I just kept running. John Vesper on the left-hand lane and the 06 Cavalier out of Milan. Again, great town for racing Milan is. Got more than a few racers from there, of course. Drag strip across the state over there as well. Ain't as fast as this one, though.
A little east.
A little east. Greater Detroit area, if I'm not mistaken, right? I haven't been there yet. And so Eric Grace will come up to stage. Here we go. One green light, I see another, and we got a race, baby. Can Grace play catch up? No.
Catch up? That guy was on with a 2 over in the left lane, 494 for John Vesper, man, out of Milan, Michigan. He did his job. In the right lane, look at the hole shot there. 011 for the reaction time, 091 for the reaction time. So you do the math there. There's a whole bunch of numbers laying right there in the reaction time at 60 foot. 0.9846.
You're racing right now. Top Sportsman's on right now. That's all right. We'll say it after it's done. Or is that it, T? What name do you?
Klooster is this guy.
So, Don Klooster, we need you on the second floor of the timing tower to see Wade Mooney, please. Don Klooster, if you're still on the grounds, come to the second floor, please.
So Klooster, that 1970 CUDA of some sort, and that'll give DJ Matejka a solo pass. Left side across the line, pulls the shoots. 456, double lot 9 off the dial, so a nice solid run. They put in the top, sportsman. And so as he slows on down with the help of the parachutes, we will get our track prepared, Al, for our next class of radials. What do we got coming up?
That was one of the most prolific runs in the sport of drag racing history. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go down and get a roasted corn from the St. John's Catholic School. Let's go back to do some more racing. Unbelievable. Well, it is time for Pro Stock Eliminator, brought to you by Fram Oil Filters. Here in this round, Bob Glidden with those bell bottoms in 1970, and Aykroyd going nowhere.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Winning doesn't just happen. You have to engineer it. You have to test it and make it better than it was the last time. Our engineers have the passion to create the parts you need, the way you need them to be, again and again and again. We've led this game for over 40 years, and we design, refine, and perfect every valve train part worthy of the winner's circle.
We drive performance. We drive passion, a background in drag racing, and a future in all forms of motorsports. Because success in one sport isn't enough. Pushing ourselves to be the best. Climbing every mountain. Topping every peak. Until you see Fuel Tech everywhere.
This is what you save your lunch money for.
Welcome to the High Limit Room.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win.
Formulated to win.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Unleash your engine with Adrenaline Racing Oils. 100% PAO-based oil, the Adrenaline R Series is designed to unlock extra horsepower. Free up your engine to perform its best. Top performing oils with FR3 nanocarbon technology. The same friction reducer used by top racers. Designed for any engine. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
So we'll do a little track prep, and we'll go down live with Joe. How you doing, Joe? Nice to see you. Who you with down there? How you doing, young lady? Hey, don't get upset at me. You know, if I don't have a shtick, I don't have nothing to go off of. So it's your turn, okay? It's like taking a number at the deli line, and you picked number 62. So Joe will tell you. All right. How about that, man? Don Closser. Look out. The Northern Nationals. He's already up here getting the check with his name on it. Be a part of that deal. Awesome deal. We get right back into racing right here with Top Sportsman Eliminator, I believe. No. So, Top Sportsman, we ended there. We're in Alter Street Eliminator right there. Rodney Reagan, Deer Park, New York. Tyler Bedell out of Syracuse, New York, will be in the right lane in his Chevrolet Camaro. Ford versus Chevrolet in this outing. New York and New York. How about that? Here we go down there, and it is the Alter Street winner in the left lane down there. How about Rodney Reagan getting a win? 445.9 at 160. 455.4 at 153 for Bedell. Not enough to advance. Reagan will see round 2 of Alter Street Eliminator. Here comes Cameron Massengill. He'll be over here in the left lane out of Anderson, Indiana, that Chevrolet Corvette. You know, he came out in the last round of qualifying. He had problems last night, remember? And look, Samantha Moore, you go out of Brighton, Michigan. The Pro Charge Ford Mustang, the lady driver. To all the young girls out there, don't think you can't do it. This lady, though, is incredible. I shook hands with her and said, man, you should drive a clutch car. She goes, I do. I'm like, I can tell. She had some strength, man. So with that, she'll pull in. Here comes Samantha Moore, Brighton, Michigan, right side, 14 model Mustang. Look at that thing. Watch this girl. The Chevrolet Corvette in the left lane is not a pushover. He's the #1 qualifier. Samantha came into the deal down there at number 17 at 461. She's like 2/10 out of the deal. She needs like a huge hole shot. She'll go down there, doesn't get the hole shot she needs. Massengill does it. He goes 446 at 158 miles per hour. 464 at $153 for the lady out of Brighton, Michigan. So Samantha Moore ends her day right there in the first round of Alter Street. How about the Cadillac? How about the Buick V6 turbocharged Dave Fiskus Mustang in the left lane? Running one of those Buick motors with the turbocharged power underneath is Dave Fiskus, will be in the left lane. Fiskus came into today's program, and we're looking for him on the qualifying. There he is, up in the top 4. Number 4 at 446. In the right lane, the Cadillac of Jim Betts. Betts over there will back his money up at number 20 at 462. So the little Mustang on paper should put a gap and a half if everything goes good, unless the caddy's been hiding out and putting some power where it needs to be. We're going to find out here in a moment.
Now, we were talking about cars, the Bentleys, Saturns. I've seen a couple ATS Cadillacs, but it's always striking when they come up to the line because you're
not used to seeing that.
And go, drag racing car. You look at those and go, daily driver, I guess, luxury sedan.
You can remember Larry Larson's caddy in the No Prep Kings deal. Incredible. Really? Wow, you want to talk about stepchildren? There's a Ford Coyote motor in that Cadillac. There's a Buick motor in the Mustang. Wow, these guys obviously took the right and straight bus to school together, man. How about it? So the Cadillac advances 462, 155 for Betts. And I was saying there should be a gap on paper. Well, what did we just see? Betts went 462. He went a 62. What was the problems? Big problems. 004, 134 to the 60, 398 short, and there was problems for the Buick. Fiskus had to back out of it.
And that'll bring us up to Steve Rasnick. That'll bring us out to Steve Rasnick out of Clarksville, Ohio. Terry Wilson on the left side. As Terry Wilson purges the nitrous, a short little nitrous purge here out of Pittsboro, Indiana, the 95 Mustang. 14 years between the ponies here.
I thought he was going to ask the guy if he could get the shirt from him, but it looked like the guy had been wearing it since he bought it.
You know, I saw that shirt.
He is creep forward. Three-quarters way, all the way, staged up, Rasnick, Wilson, they launched two greens. Oh, this is going to be dead across the line. 447 and a 4 is going to get it for Terry Wilson at 156 mile an hour, the margin of victory, 0.08 of a second.
And Rasnick in the Ultra Street car only goes 453, 158. Doesn't do any improvement. Here comes Georgina Buckley right now out of Lake Villa, Illinois. The 05 Mustang will be in the right lane. The young kid, Davey Hall. This kid is on a mission in drag racing in his life. This kid is so darn good. Davey Hall out of Brunswick, Georgia, 93 model Mustang. His father, a drag racer, also with a red Mustang. Pretty cool to watch and see as they'll back him up right here. Buckley, the lady, racing, and there's a cool old car right there.
All right, so the Bennett Racing Engines Ultra Street, presented by RPM Transmissions. Big thank you to Redline Synthetic Oil and FloRacing for these awesome camera angles we're seeing on the live stream. You guys, of course, in the stands seeing the best angle there is. Right here at the Shakedown 22 in M-Town. As we creep on forward here, halfway staged up, let's take a look.
Oh, no! Davey Hall is going to be doing the reverse heel to the back end of his back door with that one. He's going to be upset.
Oh, man,
He rolled through the lights, didn't get a light to come down. She goes down there with the tire spinning, but she'll go to round number 2. Her husband won't mind. Dave Buckley, look at Dave Buckley. Look at the limp he's got going on. Jumps the wall like he's Jesse Owens. Love that car in the right side. Now, if you just look at it, if you could tame it down just for a street car. I know there's 6-second, 5-second street cars today that they call street cars, but this car is so pretty, man. Jackson Henderson, Madison, Alabama, his father, Chad. Watch out, Dave. Don't hit that pole in front of you. Mr. Fabulous just missed that nitrous. white on black Buick. Yeah, no, it's all right. It's too late. It was look at it, still going. Oh, man. There goes Mom shutting the door. Tuned by KTR, Stevie Jackson doing the tuning down there for that car in the nitrous oxide department. The left lane's going to be Stacy Roby. St. Mary's, Ohio, the 03 Mustang. Good-looking gunmetal grayish color. They're waiting on the Farmer in the right side out of Alabama.
Hey, speaking real quick of street legal cars, I want to give a shout-out to Michael Narks and all of those. Rocky Mountain Race Week, Mega Week. That's today through next week. So a lot of guys that we know on that circuit right now, want to tip our cap to them.
Colorado? You go out west? Where's it start?
It starts at Tulsa Raceway Park this year.
All right, look at little Jackson. Jackson Henderson goes out, hits it out of the park at 4.48 seconds. 153 miles per hour. 452, 157 for Roby. So the Jackson family, Stevie Jackson and the Henderson family, going to go to the next round there. Awesome deal. Good luck. Pro 275 to the lanes, please. Pro 275 to the lanes.
All righty. That'll bring us to Sonny Rash in. Is that the Intimidator Camaro down there? Heck yeah, it is.
There's Bradley Cox down there behind the Rash machine, Sonny Rash. Look at a purge of nitrous for Sonny over there, the old Intimidator.
Oh, man, I'm noticing the red roll cage.
I know, and it's just the colors. I mean, there's definitely some shakedown love, isn't there, right there? How beautiful that engine hanging out. Here's the champ, the guy, well, he working on being the champion, #1 in points. Jesse Coulter right here out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, will be in the left lane. Spun the tires so hard last night in the final round of qualifying.
I watched that on the Flow Sports stream. It was brutal.
Makes me wonder if they've got it figured out. Well, don't take much. Take a little tune-up, pull a spark plug wire, do something to take some power out of these things. They are beasts. Here's Coulter in. Can he hang out with that Camaro? Nitrous oxide turbocharged. I'm not sure what he's running down there. Look at that, 446 to a 63 at 152 of Rash. And moving on will be Jesse Coulter.
And so, Coulter will take out the Intimidator. Here comes Rick Perry. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning, and so too do the wheels of this Camaro. On the right side, Rick McGrath on the left side, out of Joliet, Illinois. Of course, famous for having all sorts of great, famous people in Joliet, you know. A lot of people have called Joliet their home at least a few years at a time, Tucci.
Oh, I was hearing you. I was just going to tell you some of the great stories here. You see number 2 in points here in Ultra Street. Went out. Remember? Davey Hull?
He did go out, yeah.
So the guy who just won over there in the left lane is going to stretch that points out. And also, third, Terry Wilson, if he's still in the deal, has got a chance to maybe regroup and leave here number 2.
All right. There you go.
Got to go laps, though, man.
Got to go laps. Yep.
Anybody can talk, hey, shoulda, woulda, coulda. You got to go laps. We'll find out. They'll back up Rick Perry, and Rick McGrath out of Joliet. Where's he at? A broke single. Man, you do the math. You'll love McGrath, but he's not going to be able to make it here. He's definitely broke his car. Sorry to hear that. He had a fast machine. We go down and look for McGrath. He was in the top 10 here, number 7. He went 450s with his machine.
Oh, he broke right over there.
Oh, did he break right in the staging lanes?
Oh.
Sorry to see that, Rick.
Well, Rick Perry's going to be thankful for that one as he qualified a little further down the sheet, and he's going to get by Rick McGrath. Oh,
Boy, that thing just came off the cover of the Hydraulics magazine. Anyway, so he got that thing bouncing up in the air and doing all those great-looking things, but Rick Perry will advance to the next round. All right, fans, so the glue truck making its way past us here after we watch that Alter Street elimination. And